was your life like at that time, if you mind me asking? Like, was it as shady as mine?
My life is not shady by anybody's definition, you know. My life is busy. It's a little different, you know. I think that's the best solution for anybody's life that seems horrendous. Make it busy. You know what I mean? I don't really have time to deal with shadiness. I'm too busy. You know what I mean? I was finishing college. I had maybe like a class or two left.
Okay.
Wasn't so good at it either. So it was the last classes that I really didn't do good in. And I remember I took finance like 3 times.
Where did you go to?
I went to school at Baruch College.
For finances?
For marketing management.
Marketing management?
And only because I started, I couldn't afford to get a new degree. But I've never had a job in marketing management. Never. All my jobs are were in journalism or teaching. So I've never done that. You know? But yeah. During that time the studies weren't important to me. I only memorized enough to pass a class. And then I forgot it. I spent my time in Baruch College making newspaper, you know, being on the school newspaper, writing articles, caring about that, caring about the way I developed my writing skills. I didn't care about anything else, you know. That's where I met the God that brought me here, Day Sun, you know. He was at a lot of magazines as well. So at the time I was just starting to write at certain magazines. What was it? First Vibe, then Double XL, and a couple of other magazines that didn't.
Yeah. Well, that's a problem.
No, I was saying. Well, I mean, you in between different worlds, or you in class? Where you at?
Yo, bro, you talking to a grown ass man like that, bro? What is wrong with you? You good, bro?
No, I'm just saying in terms of respect to the class.
Yeah, no, I get it, bro. I can pause it, brother.
Okay,
There's a way to relay that, brother.
Okay, peace. I'm just saying.
Peace. God,
okay.
I came from Massachusetts, my brother. I don't know what your life was like when you came out here, bro. You walked into class, bro. Came from a long way from home. I ain't got nobody. No bullshit. So if y'all told me, yo, get the fuck out of here, it ain't new to me, bro. It's not new being kicked out, being looked at like,
I'll say this though.
Like you.
Let me say this though, right? If you when you come here to get the knowledge, right?
That's what I'm here for, my
right?
brother. I've been quiet.
You also have to go get it. You also have to be tough about it and thick-skinned. You know, don't be thin-skinned. Some of the toughest responses are those from the thin-skinned, not the thick-skinned. Okay? So, and take that as, you know, a real thing, because I've heard everything in here. Anything horrible, anything mean that anybody could say to anybody, I've heard it here. I'm too light, too short. I'm not Brooklyn enough. I'm not from the heart of Medina, right? Because I'm from Medina, but I'm not from the heart of Medina, right? I've heard every dumbass thing you could say, you know? So if somebody says I'm too old to get it, that's not even close to anything.
My heart, where my heart be at, bro? Some real shit,
right,
bro. Y'all be overlooking prison. Y'all be saying, oh, we don't care about that, but on some real shit, bro. If we was in prison, bro, this man would not come up to me telling me that, bro. Some real shit, bro. And that's the reason that I haven't been back in his class in a while, bro.
But listen,
this is why I just try to come back, bro.
Listen to what I'm saying, though, right?
I here with my heart kind of black.
But listen what I'm saying, Gabriel, right? Listen what I'm saying, right? You're thinking of it the wrong way.
Not trying to.
Let everyone validate the knowledge that they have, and have a keen eye and a keen ear for those that really have this knowledge. Okay, so the way you're perceiving the God right now, right? What would never happen to me, right? Is if somebody talked to me like that, and personally they did, right? Is that I would always know who everybody was that was talking to me, right? So it's like this, right? There's a certain amount of letting go. There's a certain amount of information you're getting here, and there's a certain amount of knowledge that was kept under very difficult circumstances to develop and also to keep and to share, right? So you gotta know who's who and who's what. What do they do? Why do they speak like that? Okay? So what I'm saying by thin skin is I know you're as manly, as tough as you can be, right?
Sure, bro.
Right? No, that's
Like, I
guaranteed.
believe that.
That's awesome. That's awesome, right?
I don't think I'm
But-
Iron Man here, bro.
No, but that's peace, though, right? But what I'm saying is, though, don't be thin-skinned where everything is offensive. Do the knowledge to everything, because when you learn this knowledge, though, there are things that you hear that will be offensive or seem offensive. Don't take it that way, right? Be thick-skinned with everything, okay? Because I wouldn't be here teaching you if I was if I got upset about that.
I just feel like if y'all knew me, y'all
Right?
wouldn't be speaking to
No,
me.
no, that's the whole thing.
Like, give it like 1
Wait,
or 2
what does
years,
knowledge
y'all
mean?
real
What
life.
does knowledge mean, right? Knowledge is what? A truth that is known, an actual fact that can be proven and cannot be altered by statistic or perception, right? That's the whole thing. Nobody does know you, okay? So first off, don't assume unless you get more knowledge about how, let's say the God might be talking to everybody like that, or just you. Find out.
Let me qualify what I was saying though, because I don't know you, but I know this class, right? And this class is the peace course, right? So.
So I got these notes on this piece of paper right
Okay,
here 2 years ago, and I still got the book, my brother.
So you came to this class.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, how you think I got these notes on this
Okay,
book?
so
I wasn't watching YouTube when I wrote it down.
it's not an offense to you. It's a matter in respect to the class,
Of course.
and that's just all it is. It's not trying to come at you.
It's like, bro, honestly, bro, I had a forethought to turn my phone off. The class hasn't even started, my brother.
Okay, no,
so
I'm-
look at the
I'm-
infrastructure.
I'm-
Like, look at the organization.
Yeah, okay, but
You know
I'm
what I'm
asking.
saying? You got an outsider looking at y'all right now, looking in, bro.
Okay,
You're talking to me right now.
But I'm asking you if that was your phone, right?
Of course.
Right?
Of course, and you knew it was. You knew it was. Come
No,
on.
well, also, we all have phones. We all have
Of course.
phones, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying if it is yours, so I would say out of respect for the class,
Of course. Righteous.
righteous.
Yeah.
So righteous, that word right there.
Yeah, I misinterpreted.
Okay,
I'm
that
wrong.
that word righteous is like to be right. So we
Of course.
try. So with this culture,
Of course.
right, the correction is where you get the perfection.
Right.
So don't be offended by the correction. It's just about the, so that we could get to the perfection, that we could be better, all be better, and you could get the best out of these notes that you already have, and you can get the best out of this class. And you can get the best out of me, because I'm here at service for you as well, because you were guessing, it's my home now. This the law school, this is my home, so you can get the best out of me in my service to you.
Of course.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace, brother. I don't think I'm this gangster dude that stepped in here and talking to you like I'm trying to walk over you, bro.
Likewise, me neither.
Bullshit.
Me neither. I'm not
You
trying to
talking to a man that goes to the library.
I'm not trying to disrespect you either, but I just want you, like God said, like don't be offended and have thicker skin.
Of course.
We all gotta have thicker skin, right? Because like what just transpired between you and I could have jumped off into something else, right? But it could have. But we have.
We be playing.
We have
playing God if we try to predict the
We are.
possibilities.
We are.
But
That's
you
the
can't.
thing is, we are.
You
That.
can't predict that possibility, bro.
No, but we can make the
can't.
possibility, right?
It's a paradox.
But we made the possibility
It's a
of
paradox.
it being peace and righteous.
Yeah.
We made
It's a
that.
contradiction. You do know that, right?
No, but we made that.
You just said you're God, bro, but you can't predict that possibility.
No, we did
It's a
possibility.
contradiction. It's
How's it a
paradox,
contradiction?
bro. Because, bro, you can't predict you can't predict the next thing that's gonna pop off.
Where do you get?
Trust me.
What information you have though that says that
So,
God?
bro,
Wait,
honestly,
no.
bro,
I'm asking no. Now I'm asking a theological question within the
Alright.
bounds of the philosophy that we dealing with, right? You were saying that there is some God out there that predicts everything.
I never said that.
Well, who predicts? Who is
Who
able
does
to
predict?
predict?
I should ask you that question actually.
You're asking me, but
It's
you
a
just
paradox. Now we're walking each other in
why?
circles.
No, but why is
Welcome
it?
to the contradiction.
No, it's not a contradiction.
It
You said that
repeats
he's
itself.
supposed to be able to.
If he's God,
Why?
he believes he's
No,
God.
but why?
What's the definition of God for him before I make that interpretation?
That's it. Would you like
There
to
you
know?
go. That's where I was
Would you like
going.
to know?
You said I don't want to be wrong, bro.
Do you
I
want
don't want to walk to the edge with you, bro. Like, you're scaring me, bro, with your intellect, bro. I don't got that type of knowledge, God. I can't walk that far with you, bro.
You're just saying God, right?
I'm
And
saying,
so you
bro,
acknowledge him as
but it's a
God.
paradox, though, bro. Because think about God. If you think of God as an omnipotent being, then there you go. Welcome to that paradox, bro.
Yeah, but to think of God as an omnipotent being, though, means that you have to think of it something that has beyond the power that you have. There's there's no one to have ever shown and proven that existence. Right? So anytime that someone tells me that, though, they're talking about something that they made up.
I smoke 3 blunts a day, bro. Bear with me, bro. Like, my brain is just...
Remember, the main teaching of this, the main teaching of our nation knows that we don't deal with a mysterious being, energy, or force.
Cool.
So we don't deal with some omnipresent God, right? All of the powers that are within God are within what creation is. And everything that you see around you has been created by a real God. And that real God is standing in front of you. The thought of the man and that infinity of man that has always been here in the mind. So there is no mystery God. There is no hope that someone will do better. There is no hope that you'll do great and it'll latch on to some bigger latch. A greater latch of God, a greater...
Just release that
there is no mystery.
That looming idea that there is this archetype.
We don't teach that.
Beyond that cosmic boundary, right?
Yeah, I mean, some people have that, but we don't teach that. And that has never been shown and proven.
Yeah. I don't like playing devil's advocate.
Whatever theology anyone has.
Whatever
theology anyone has, there has never been shown and proven.
So in essence, we did predict that possibility, right? Because we made it happen. We made it happen, right?
Hey, bro, if this is being recorded, you might be able to clip that. Bro.
No, but listen. But what I'm saying, what we're saying is that we created that reality of that possibility that you're talking about. If there were any other possibilities, we created it.
You guys did. You guys
we did.
That.
You as well. You're a co-creator in that as well.
I was a spectator. You're on the chariot, my brother.
No. It's not like that. Because you're coming and you're adding on.
Yeah.
And you adding on, you add to the possibilities. And so that's why I said we decide the possibilities. It's us.
True.
It's not just me. Like I'm not dictating anything to you. You're a part of it. So when he says that he's God, he's not just saying he's God of you or God of me. He's God of himself. I'm God of myself. You God of yourself. So you have control of yourself. So when you got upset, you got control over your own emotions to either take it to a level where it's beyond or a level where it's righteous. And you decided righteousness. I decided righteousness. We decided righteousness. So this is where we at right now. It's in righteousness, right? So but we could have decided it went elsewhere, but we didn't do that. So
I be seeing the videos of him hitting the what the?
Oh yeah.
Because he like, bruh, he gonna pull the sword out.
No. Nah.
My man got nunchucks back there.
Nah, I don't have nunchucks.
You must do your own research, as I did.
If Mecca did this.